The year is 2012. I have a second-hand HP laptop intended to be my main computer through college, mainly for any potential research and writing assignments. It chugs opening Microsoft Word, and scaling an object in PowerPoint is a fool's errand. However, it's okay. I'm a physics major, so I'll probably be doing everything pen and paper, and I have my Xbox 360 for entertainment. I fit everything that won't fit in my cargo shorts pockets in the back of my Hyundai Sonata and move into the dorms. A few days later, my suite mate arrives and brings with him something he called a gaming PC, but it looked more like a self-contained laser light show to me. Growing up, my mom only bought pre-built compact computers from Circuit City. Shameless plug. And she would always get the best deal, which meant she'd grab whichever one cost closest to double-digit dollars. The computer would last anywhere from 5 to 10 years and would only really get replaced if it literally couldn't turn on anymore. Seeing this machine just didn't process in my mind. It wasn't name brand. This guy built it, whatever that means. He played all of his games with just a mouse and a keyboard, something I only did when playing StarCraft or an MMO, predominantly because those games wouldn't make any sense with a controller. But this newfound friend of mine swore by playing all shooters and even third-person adventure games with a mouse and keyboard. Hell, I'm not even sure he owned a controller. Then he showed me his Skyrim save file. I had been telling him how Skyrim just didn't click with me, and the long load times further cemented in me Skyrim just wasn't for me. Then he showed me borderline instant load times on his PC. That changed me. I was going to be a PC gamer from then on out. I saved up what little money I could during my summer job, and he and I put together a list of gently used parts to put together a decent mid-range PC, and I was off to the races. I rapidly installed Steam and slowly started exclusively getting my games through there rather than buying Xbox 360 games. As the years went by, PC was my primary place to play games, aside from buying Nintendo hardware for all the exclusives I couldn't live without. It felt good feeling like I was in control of my gaming experience. That I had this one machine that if it wasn't up to snuff for new games, I'd just replace a few parts rather than getting a whole new machine. Playing games online didn't cost a monthly fee anymore. Games constantly went on sale and I almost never had to pay full price or even half price for most stuff. I had Discord on the machine and could watch YouTube on another monitor while I played a more casual game. This just felt like the obvious evolution of gaming and the direction that it should be going in. But something happened. I don't really know when it happened, but a feeling began to take root in me. Maybe it's the fact I work at a desk all day, or that I've been burned by one too many bad ports to PC, but I found myself yearning for the days where I just press a button and my machine boots up a game. When Tears of the Kingdom released, my first daughter was only a couple months old. She still needed to be held for pretty much every hour of the day. My Switch was hooked up to the living room TV, and she slept a lot. I found myself unable to sit at a desk to play any games, which worked for me because the game I was addicted to was on a Switch. I started playing a lot more on a couch and just enjoyed the game with no other distractions. I realize now, I don't think I've played another story-based game on my PC since Tears of the Kingdom released. I just haven't wanted to sit at a desk for hours at a time unless the game necessitated a mouse and keyboard setup. All of this to say, I bought a PS5 around Christmas time last year. I had been wanting one since it released, but really couldn't justify owning one outside of the controller sounding really cool. It was the first time since the Xbox 360 I really felt excited about a non-Nintendo console. Throughout the beginning and middle of the year, I'd played some Helldivers on it and some Ace Combat 7 and even some of the Battlefield 6 demo, but hadn't really done much more than that on it because, like an idiot, I had it hooked up to the monitor next to my gaming PC in my office. However, Expedition 33 started blowing up in popularity and getting stellar reviews, and I felt compelled to get a copy for myself. I immediately opened Steam like I always do, and as I was just about to purchase it and add it to my library, I had the thought, will I actually play this game if I have to sit at my desk? I've heard it doesn't really run well on a Steam Deck, so if you buy this now, you have to play it at your desk. Then it hit me. This just wave of memories of sitting on my living room floor with a controller tethered to my PS2 and booting up Final Fantasy X for the first time, just being absolutely awestruck with what that machine was capable of. Remembering how many Friday nights were spent once my mom handed down the old CRT to go into my room once we got our first flat screen TV and getting to play into the wee hours of the night. I realized how much I missed just having a box in the room I spent most evenings in where I could just turn it on and start playing something. So I opened up Amazon and ordered a physical copy of Expedition 33, and it took over a month to arrive. Honestly, a little bit of a knock against physical gaming. But it all worked out in the end. I ended up having significantly longer play sessions than I had on my PC in years. Some of them even reaching over 4 hours, which if you ask high school me, that would have just been like an average day of gaming, but is crazy now that I'm an adult and a dad. I just felt so at ease playing games the way they felt they should be played. I do think PC gaming has its place, and I have no intentions of completely abandoning it as a platform. I'm so glad to have had it through my college and grad school years. It's still how I play anything indie or with extra shoddy, but I think as I get older, I'm finding I want that return to what I once knew as a child. I want that living room experience again. I want the confidence a console can, for the most part, guarantee in terms of quality, and honestly, I want my comfy couch and a controller again. So I moved that new single-player machine downstairs to where it belonged, and I'm looking forward to all the new gaming memories to come. I already built a really good one with Expedition 33. Honestly, now I'm just kicking myself because I'll need to repurchase so many games on my PS5 so I can play them on a console.
Whether it's a PC, Mac, handheld, smartphone, Steam Deck, or the new Steam Machine.
Wait.
Oh! This is the new Steam Machine.
Wait. Gabe, what the hell are you doing, you big beautiful bastard? Yeah, I think I'm gonna need a Steam Machine. Sorry, wife. I mean, hell, maybe Valve might want to sponsor a Burnout. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. I find in the gaming sphere that people keep defining themselves by their platform of choice, and I think I felt for the longest time I could only be a console gamer or a PC gamer, and it took an inflection point to finally realize I can just do whatever I want that fits my needs, and those needs are gonna constantly shift. I don't know if other people feel the way I described in this little story, but I have noticed a lot of people rediscovering a love for console gaming, and I wanted to give my newfound opinion on that. Let me know down in the comments what your gaming setup is like and where you prefer to play your games. Subscribe if you want to join the Burnouts crew, and like the video if you enjoyed what you saw. And until next time, keep it tuned in.